All right, guys, so look what we have for you today. We have a Sky Firearms CPX-3. And what is the CPX-3? Well, the CPX-3 is the 380 version with no safety. So these have been around for years, and I've been seeing videos, and the majority of them have been kind of negative. So I figured, you know what? I'm going to buy one for myself and see what it's like. I want to say Buds was running these. Maybe it was Classic. I don't really remember. I want to say it was Buds. It was running a deal on these. I think I paid $179, $189, something like that, right around $200. And the one they had online, actually, funny story about this, the one they had online was all black with some white writing and stuff like that. I said, it's not really the one I want, but it's screwed, I'll buy it. So when it showed up, this one showed up, which is kind of a grayish FDE frame with a stainless slide. And I said, that's perfect. I like that one much better. So I didn't even care. This is actually what I wanted, was a two-tone kind. And the CPX-3 is the 380 with no safety. They make a 4, which has a thumb safety right here. Not a fan of guns with some thumb safeties that have real strong double action trigger pulls. So let's see what you get in the box. You get a lock, a magazine, some keys, some paperwork. Pretty standard box here. And I'll set that aside. So this gun comes with two 10-round magazines, and it is this Roebuck quad lock. Not too sure exactly what that is, but it is a Browning style tipping barrel, not like most 380s, which are have fixed barrels that are just straight blowback. Actually, to tell you the truth, when I took it out of the box, I was impressed. I don't think it's as bad as a lot of people let on. Now, we're going to take it out and we're going to run 100 rounds through it to see exactly how she shoots. Trigger is, as you can see, it's empty. Trigger is mighty heavy. Online, people are saying it's 8 pounds. Yeah, it's 7.5, 8 pounds. It actually fits my hand pretty good with that magazine extension right there, the pinky extension. Not bad. Mags come out positively. All the controls seem to work. I can't really complain by the build quality on this. Really, I did notice one little thing, and let's see if I can pick it up on the camera. See that right there? The rear sight, now it does have as you can see, an Allen wrench right there to keep it locked in, and I think that's so you can loosen the Allen wrench and then move it left to right. However, there is a lot. Let me put my hand behind it. There is a lot. Look at that. Can you see that? Can you see the light under the sight right there? That's crazy. So it doesn't quite fit in that notch correctly. It seems like maybe the base of this is a little too small. So we'll see. We're going to see how she shoots. So let's take it out. You know what? Let's take it out and let's run first 100 rounds through this bad boy. And then we will come back and give it some final thoughts. All right, guys, if you saw my short with this gun, which was a real quick unboxing and first shots, after the first 2 rounds, the third round, it failed to feed, had a failure, and that was the third round nose diving into the ramp. So we're going to finish off this box of PPU. I got a 100-round box of Winchester 95 grain. So we're out here testing it again and see how many failures we can have out of, 140 rounds left? So let's see how she shoots. All right, 10 more rounds of PPU. Well, it worked fine that time. I wonder if these little things need a break-in period. You just need to wear them out. And I mean, we're only using full metal jacket, so we're trying to give it the best advantage. Also, the trigger is horrible on this thing. It is a double action striker fired, hammer fired, not striker fired, I'm sorry, hammer fired gun. And man, but if you train with it, you can learn how to shoot this sucker and shoot it pretty well, I'm sure. I believe they do that because you can throw this in a pocket and it doesn't have any external safety. So you cannot accidentally engage that trigger and have it go off in your pocket. It's a sucker so heavy, almost like a double action revolver. So I see that. I mean, I get the point of that whole thing. Let's see. This would be, when we finish this mag up, this would be 30 rounds through the gun. Let's see how she shoots. Yeah, that trigger, woo, you got to practice with this. You got to learn this trigger. But so far, we've shot 30 rounds and we've had one failure, which was in the first 3 rounds. All right, 10 more rounds, PPU. All right, that's 40. This will be 50. First 50 run through it after this. All right, one more failure. Okay, so yeah, I'm getting a feel for the trigger. I'm getting a better feel for the trigger. So that was the 3rd round also in the magazine. So it'll fire the first time on a 10-round magazine. The only 2 failures, we had 2 failures out of 50 rounds so far, and they were both on the 3rd round. So I have heard some anecdotes on this pistol online saying, or on YouTube, fill the magazine up with 10, leave it filled for a while, and just let that spring set in, and that helps. I don't know if that's true or not, but let's shoot some more. We're going to the Winchester now. This is 95 grain full metal jacket. Oh, okay, so this has got the blunt nose. Oh, geez, let's see how it handles that. I don't know. We shall see. But that's what I'm going to do when I'm done with this little range session here, is I'm going to fill these magazines up, both of them. I'm not even going to break out the second mag yet, and just let them sit for a week or 2 fully loaded. All right, this is 60 rounds. When this is finished, this will be 60 rounds. Oh, shoot, I stand corrected. It seemed to feed that stuff pretty smooth. I wish I would have kept some of that PPU. It looks like the overall length on that is a little bit longer, the surface right here, the curved surface, so maybe that aids in the feeding and reliability. Look at that, actually got 11 in there. I was able to stuff 11 rounds in that mag. All right, this will be 70 when it's finished. All right, 10 more. I think we're gonna do 100 rounds today. We're going to do the 100-round initial break-in of this pistol, and we're going to keep track, obviously, of the malfunctions. It's had 2 so far out of 70 rounds. And when this one's done, this mag is done, this will be 80. These flat nose Winchesters actually seem to work better. And if I'm able to get through all these without any problems, this might be what I put in it for carry. Listen, all those hollow points and trick bullets for 380 and 25 and forget all that stuff. It doesn't work, man. Just shoot full metal jackets in these things. 380 and under, just shoot full metal jacket, okay? You want that penetration with these little pistols. I mean, that's the only way you're gonna get any real terminal performance, because all these hollow points, I guess they act like full metal jackets anyway, a lot of them. They fail to expand, so why spend the extra money? Just buy the Winchester White Box or PPU or something like that. So this is 80. Yes, 80. Cool. This is 90 rounds. All right, last 10, and then we'll be at 100 rounds. This stuff even seems to, I stand corrected. Oh, I dropped one. I stand corrected. This stuff seems to even feed better when you're stripping the top round off. Maybe they did, because this is kind of a hollow point shape, although it's flat nose. Maybe they tried to optimize it for, maybe it likes a little bit longer bullets, but we shall see. I don't speak too soon. It might have another failure in this last mag. All right, last mag. This will make it 100 rounds out of this new SCCY CPX-3. And there it is, guys. 100 rounds, 2 failures, one in the very first mag, both with the PPU, none with the Winchester White Box. I know we'd like to have no malfunctions, but if you do the math, 100 rounds, 2 malfunctions, that's 98% reliable. Look, I know modern pistols, we expect them to be 100% reliable 100% of the time, and that's just not the case, especially with the new gun. So it seemed to really like this ammo, so I might stick with shooting this stuff. I forgot my reloads. Dang, I should have brought some reloads out, see if it likes those. But there it is. Yeah, let's do some accuracy testing with this. We're gonna fire 5 rounds from 7 yards. I'll set the cardboard up, and we'll be back with you, and we'll see how well she shoots and where she's shooting at. So we'll be right back. All right, here we go. 5 rounds at 7 yards. Let's see where she's hitting. All right, it's hitting a little bit high. All right, guys, so there you have it. As you saw you actually saw the first 90 rounds fired out of this gun in this video. The first 10 I fired, I made a short. I filmed a short with it for a quick unboxing, and the first 10 rounds, and we saw a failure to feed in that first magazine. It was the 3rd round. And then we saw one more failure to feed. I want to say it was 3rd or 4th round, close to the end of the box of PPU 380. And then, as you saw, we fired another 50 plus rounds of Winchester through it, and it ate that stuff just fine. No problems. So we had 2 failures to feed with the PPU. I don't know if it just doesn't like that ammo. I've only shot the PPU and the Winchester out of it. I was, as you saw in the range session, I was worried that the flat nose Winchester was going to get some issues. It actually fired. It seemed smoother. It fired. It definitely stripped the top round off smoother. So it seems to like those flat nose Winchester bullets. What niche does this fill? Listen, your options, your competitive options of double stack 380s in this size range are like Bursas, the high cap Bursas, and some of those other guns. I'm going to tell you, for under $200, I am completely happy with this pistol. They complain about the heavy a trigger. Yes, it is heavy. However, that's a training issue. You shoot it a lot more. I'm sure this trigger will lighten up a little bit, and you want it heavier. It'll probably smooth out and lighten up a little, but you want it heavier because you can throw this in your pocket. You can pocket carry this. I would not be worried to pocket carry this with such a heavy trigger because you're not going to snag it on anything and accidentally set it off like a Glock or a single action pistol or something like that. Throw you 10 rounds or 11 if you want to top it off, but just a mag of 10. Throw it, ball, as stated in the thing before. Listen, just with 380 and below, with 380s, 22s, 25s, 32s, ammo like that, just shoot ball, because you're not going to get any expansion anyway, really. So save your money, just buy ball ammo that works reliably in your gun and carry that, because with the little mouse calibers, you want penetration. That's going to be your real friend, is penetration for those calibers. For under $200, this is a great gun. So far, it's working great. Like I said before, throw 10 rounds in it, throw it in your pocket. You don't have to worry about anything snagging on that and accidentally going off. You pull this trigger, it's like a double action revolver. You mean for this gun to go off. So yeah, so far I am happy with the initial 100 round test. I think it went pretty well. It wasn't perfect. We all want these guns to run 1,000% of the times, and in my Glock don't, come on, man. Come on. I get it. And for the price, little issues I have, a few little issues. It does have plastic sights, but again, this is under a $200 gun. This one, as shown earlier before, it held on. It doesn't seem to have shifted or moved or came off. So I don't know. I'm just going to leave it alone. But other than that, this thing recoils great. This thing is a joy to shoot. It really is. This smaller grip than the 9mm Skies. This thing is a lot of fun to shoot, and I don't think it's as bad as a lot of people make it out to be. I think this is a nice little gun, and it would get my recommendation for a very budget-friendly 380 handgun. Now, again, with that being said, this is a sample size of 1. This is the only pistol, the only Sky I have, the only one I bought to shoot, and it seems to work just fine. I know a lot of other people's going to have problems with it, and that's the thing. Every gun manufacturer has problems and issues and have to go back to, sometimes have to go back for repair or they just don't make reliable guns. I've heard horror stories about this. That is not my experience. My experience is pretty positive with this gun. So I'm going to keep shooting it. And if anything, if it breaks, comes apart, if, it fails for any reason, I'll document that and let you know. But as of right now, I give the Sky CPX-3, man, 380 a thumbs up. I would definitely purchase one of these again. I do not regret purchasing this little guy. So thanks, guys, and we'll see you next time.